these guys were itching to make arrests.
And so they were primed and ready. I think they were ready for aggressive measures before anybody ever got there and before anything was ever said or done.
So once they decided that this was it, we went to Waco.
The Crawford City Jail couldn't hold us because the Crawford City Jail only holds one, and there were 5 of us.
My opinion, sitting there writing a ticket out would not do me any good. I don't think that would have dispersed the crowd by any means.
We were kept in a holding cell at the Waco jail, or the McLennan County Jail.
We were first put in detention cells, which are little individual, single occupancy little rooms.
I think we were finally processed maybe around 1 o'clock or so, and then we were put into a holding tank or a cell with other individuals.
There was no bed and no mattress. They gave us each a blanket, and we had to sleep on the floor.
Yes, it was on the floor that we had to stay, either that or stand up. And that little place that we were confined in filled up that night with all kind of people arrested for domestic violence, people arrested for drug charges, people arrested for DWIs, and we were in there for protesting without a permit, and they couldn't figure us out.
People were coming in that had been out that night, that were a little rambunctious.
And I did tell the police when I was being booked that I needed my medication, and Johnny Wolf had brought my medication to the jailhouse. And one of them said, "You ain't gonna die before morning, are you?" You would think law enforcement would be the first person to keep a person on their medication. That would be their primary concern.
And we got some Fruit Loops. I'll never look at Fruit Loops the same way again. The trial took place in Crawford.
The fact that we got the Texas Civil Rights Project to represent us was really cool, and Jim Harrington is just so impressive.
Probably the first trial they had, and oh God, I don't know what they told me. They probably recorded history in Crawford. It gave a new definition to kangaroo court.
It was a municipal trial. There'd be 6 people on the jury. We asked for a jury trial, but took it as a forum to educate people on First Amendment rights.
So the trial, well, the judge was just a justice of the peace. He wasn't a lawyer. It's a small town. He
was actually an old sportscaster and was actually justice of the peace is the position he holds now.
And so of the 720 people that are from that town, there were 70 of them that were there that morning as a jury pool. There were 1/10 of the population was in that courtroom with us as possible jurors.
Some of them looked irritated to be there. Some of them were looking like they were really happy to be there, and were wringing their hands, and were hoping to get part of this little this entertainment. I'm sure there's not a lot of entertainment in Crawford, so to be one of the 6 might be a good thing to do on a Saturday afternoon.
The trial lasted for 2 days, and then we had to come back two weeks later.
And the first day and a half was all the prosecution.
As the police chief told us at trial, if you were walking down the street with a campaign button, that would be a parade, and you had to have his permit to do it.
So it was a bit of a kangaroo court. Not a bit, it was just a kangaroo court. It was a farce, actually, as far as a legal environment is. It was just an absolute farce.